And what else do you remember about you getting stabbed?
I just remember seeing Nick's face very blank and not lunging at me, but just kind of poking me, and I held my side and I was like, ow, like, Janelle, I think he punched me. That really hurt, like, and I looked down and I was bleeding out and holding my stomach, and it just, like, didn't feel real. Like, it was just a lot of shock, and from there I was walking around the river asking for help, like, just asking somebody to help me. I told Q that I felt like I was dying because I just was losing, like, I was losing so much blood, and every time I'd walk, I just felt like I was getting weaker and weaker. So another group down the river had put me on a tube and kind of pushed me down to kind of get away from the scene. And then they were holding my side and just kind of keeping me awake. And then when the cops had showed up, they took me off of the tube and put me on the ground. And I just remember, like, Janelle coming over, you know, asking me to stay awake, and the cops trying to ask me what my name was, and then just being put in the ambulance and going to the hospital.
And when you touched your side, do you remember feeling anything?
No, I thought I was punched or something. I didn't really know. I wasn't really paying attention, and it really didn't hurt. But when I looked down, I was instantly, like, I believe I was holding my stomach. I think Janelle was coming to help me to hold my stomach and hold my side. And then just blood kind of going. And I didn't want to look down because it freaked me out. And I didn't really want to touch it either because I just didn't want to feel anything. So I kind of just barely held my hand on it. I just didn't want to feel it.
Do you remember telling law enforcement that you felt like something was coming out of the wound when you touched it?
I don't remember that.
And did you have any, so after you were brought on the tube to shore, you said people were telling you to stay awake?
Yeah, like just asking me kind of asking questions and like my name, like who are you, just kind of what's going on, anything that would make me stay awake. And I just remember being super tired, and I'm like, I just want to be left alone.
Did you have trouble breathing at all?
Not right away. Slowly but surely I did. And then once I got in the ambulance and actually got to the hospital, I like felt like I couldn't breathe at all. But it took a little time before that to actually like happen for me. I don't know if I didn't realize it right away, but.
And where were you brought, if you remember, when you were brought to shore? Were you brought to the grass, the pavement?
I was laid right on the blacktop because I remember saying, oh my God, like this burns my back. I remember the bridge, so I know it was right before like the bridge, but I don't know exactly where, but I know it was up right on the asphalt, I believe on the road that like the cops would drive on and the ambulance and everything.
And were there officers or an officer there with you?
I believe I had one officer helping me kind of put pressure on my side and talking to me, yes.
Permission to approach?
Yes.
Anyone that's been marked as Exhibit 68. Is that... Is that a photo, or is that an image of you on the blacktop?
Yeah.
Should I move to admit and publish 68?
Any objection? 68 is received. Go ahead and publish.
I'm going to do it digitally.
Did you mean on your laptop?
Yes. I'll tell you when I'm ready. Okay. You can take it down. Ryhley, at some point were you transported away from the scene?
Yes.
Do you remember how?
An ambulance.
Were you brought to a hospital?
Yes.
And did you go immediately into surgery?
I believe so, yes. I just remember the ambulance telling me there's going to be a lot of people asking me questions. And I just remember being put on a bed, and that's literally all I remember. I mean, them asking me kind of, who you are, what's your name, what's your birth date, and I wouldn't answer, and I just kept saying I couldn't breathe. And that was the last thing I remember.
Until after surgery?
Yeah, I barely even remember waking up from surgery.
Permission to approach?
Yes.
Handed you what's been marked as Exhibit 33. What's that?
That is the incision where the doctors had to cut me up to put my stomach back in.
I'd move to admit and publish.
Did we approach?
Yes.
Judge, we have no objection to the introduction and evidence of Exhibit 33 and Exhibit 79, and no objection to publication.
All right, so 33 is received and may be published, and 79 is in your hand?
Yes.
All right, 79 is received.
right, can we have the screen? And for the record, this is 79. And Riley, what are we seeing in this photo?
That is, the bigger one is the stab wound, and the little one is from a chest tube.
And how about in this one?
This is the one where they had to cut me open to get my stomach put back in.
And so like here where the mouse is, that's from surgery?
That's all from surgery and then the staples.
And then on over here,
Yep.
what's that?
The incision wound?
This stitch is right here. Is that the stab wound?
Yep, that's the stab wound.
The one we looked at?
Prior, yep.
Okay. Oh, and are you, in the photo, are you taking this in a mirror?
Yes,
So which side is the wound actually on?
on my left side.
So it's reversed in this photo?
Yes.
You can turn off the screen. And I think you testified that you remember him looking at you and then reaching over. Do you recall telling law enforcement you don't remember if you hit him or said something to make him angry?
I do remember saying that. I think I was trying to maybe find a reason why he did what he did to me. Or, you know, after he had hit Maddie, if I had maybe put my hands on him because he had hit Maddie. I think I was just finding a reason.
Do you, from what you remember of being stabbed, do you have any memory of actually hitting him or saying anything?
I don't remember saying anything, hitting him, touching him, nothing.
I'm going to go through some slides with you. There's some still frames from the video. All right, I'm on 2496. I'm ready. Riley, are you in that photo or that image?
Yes,
Okay. Is that your arm there?
yes.
Okay. Can you turn off the screen? I'm going to go to a different one. All right, I'm ready. All right, I'm on 2458, and I'm going to scroll through. And actually, your arm again?
Yes.
Stopping on 2470. What are you doing in this image?
I'm not sure if I'm just touching his shoulder, if I'm going to push him.
2492, have you removed your hand at this point?
Yes.
Did you see a push?
I mean, kind of like a little, I guess I don't know what to call it, but just kind of maybe brushing his shoulder. I guess a push, yes.
Do you want to see it again?
Objection. Cumulative.
Sustained. Sustained.
Pausing on 2531. Did you see the knife in his hands when you're standing there?
I don't remember.
Is that your, do you know if that's your hand or Maddie's
No,
hand?
that is Maddie's hand.
Okay, how do you tell, the nail polish?
Yeah, I don't wear nail polish.
And do you see yourself in that image, 2662?
I do.
To the left of Dante?
I do.
To the right of Maddie?
Yes.
Can we mute this, turn off the screen? I'm gonna go to another image. We have the screen. This is 2861. Ryhley, do you see yourself in this image?
I do.
Where are you?
I am standing right behind Nick Miu.
What color swimsuit?
Blue with flowers.
I'm gonna scroll. Stopping on 2948, do you see yourself in this image?
I do.
Holding your side?
I do.
Let me keep scrolling. And you said one of your friends came to your aid after you were stabbed?
Yes, Janelle.
Is she in this photo?
She is. She is in the black swimming suit.
Okay, I'm gonna keep scrolling. Do you remember retreating or recoiling from Nikolai at that point, or no?
What do you mean by that?
In these, I'll back up a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm on 30:17.
Like running away,
Yes.
yes.
You can turn off the screen. Thank you. Do you remember Nikolai saying anything at all when you were standing in front of him?
Not one word.
Did you have any indication, or did you see anything, hear anything to indicate if he was with a group?
I had no idea who he was. I didn't know if he was a part of the group we were going to. I had absolutely no idea.
I don't have anything else.